Calma, guys. Oh, here's your. You sent another link.
Hello. How's everybody doing out there tonight?
If it wasn't for technical difficulties.
We would have been on about 7 minutes ago if it wasn't for technical difficulties, but that's all right. We're here. No, wait. We're not queer. We're here. That's all that matters. So anyways, guys, thanks to everybody for showing up for episode number, what are we on? Number 34 of HVAC Overtime, right here on the HVAC Overtime channel. Real quick, let me get my notes out of the way here. If you guys haven't already joined up with our Facebook group, head over to the Facebook, find HVAC Overtime, and click the join button. We'll let you in. We let anybody in, really. I mean, we're not picky right now. We'll just let you in. You're a janitor? I don't care. We'll let you in. Sell shoes, Al Bundy? I don't care. We'll let you in. They also find us on Instagram, too. Connect with us on Instagram. We don't do much on there yet, but we're working towards making it a little bit cooler. And before I forget, let's all hit that like button together. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Everybody hit the like button. So we should have like 1 million likes right about now. And also, last but not least, if you guys are out there, I know it's kind of slow for everybody, but if you guys are out there, you happen to stumble upon anything cool on your job site, feel free to post it or email it to us even. We'll showcase it, talk about it, make fun of it, whatever, just email it. Or If you have some concerns, comments, questions about the show, also email it too. You can email us at HVACOvertime@gmail.com. All right.
Yeah.
Real quick, we have a special viewer tonight, Randy and his little buddy Luke. Hey Randy, Luke, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can, but if you can hear me, bark twice, all right? Also, if anybody else out there has Alexa, play AC/DC Thunderstruck. That'll make your night a lot better.
Hey Siri.
Hey Siri, play AC/DC Thunderstruck. That one too.
Can Siri do that?
I don't know. I don't think she can. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. We got quality HVACR in the chat here in the audience. It's his birthday today. I think he's like 48, 49 or something like that. But happy birthday, Zach, if you're still out there watching and listening.
Definitely.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And also we got a guy in the chat all the way from, I think, Scotland. He probably told me, but I forget. Big Clive. If you guys aren't familiar with his channel, go over there and check it out, bigclive.com. I think it's spelled out DOTCOM, but he's got a lot of good stuff over there. He just takes apart everything. He seems to be like a curious guy, just like me. So, yeah. Hey, anyways, how are you guys doing?
Good, buddy. Good.
You guys
Still
staying clean?
Staying clean, washing hands.
Trying.
Safe and healthy?
Yeah.
You guys eating all your vegetables, taking all your vitamins?
No.
Well, you don't have vegetables in Canada.
Not yet. It's still too cold to grow.
You know, we're supposed to be wearing face masks outside now.
Is it law? Did they legislate?
Well, I don't know if they're going to enforce it, but they extended our stay-at-home order 30 days, and they said if you're out, masks.
Oh yeah, they extended ours too. I think it's like another 15 days or something. Or in May 15th, I think it's what it extended out to. But I heard they're just kind of easing up on the regulations and stuff. So
Cool.
So far, there's no rules about wearing face masks. But
Anyways, that's not. I hate COVID. I want to get away from COVID.
so depressing, man.
I
It's
know.
so depressing. I hate talking about it, but it's just everywhere.
I know.
Honestly, it's
I
just
know.
everywhere. And
Are you working right now, Bill? Like, are you?
25, 30 hours a week. It's been pretty slow, but I laid everybody off, so I get all the hours right now. So it's, not terrible, I suppose.
Anything interesting at all?
Actually, I'm in the process of editing a video for this particular service call, but I'll talk about it just because all you guys are super special in my hearts.
Cool.
My
Sneak peek.
heart.
Sneak peek.
Sneak peek. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, I got this walk-in freezer, and it's at a donut place. It's got a double D in the front at this donut place, right? And I was there initially because any of you guys out there that do walk-in freezer work, HVACRVideos, Chris Stefanovich, I know he's familiar with this. I talked to him about this too. But there's this walk-in freezer, and their complaint was that it was starting to get icicles hanging from the ceiling, like little droplets of ice and everything. The guys out there are familiar with commercial walk-in freezers know what I'm talking about. It's just little droplets of ice, like it's defrosting for too long. And so I went out there. It's a warranty call, so I'm in constant communication with tech support, right? And they wanted me to change the defrost termination fan delay switch, even though I couldn't prove that it was broken. They wanted me to change it anyway, so I did, and we still have the same problem, right? So I go back out there another time, and then another time, and this third time was this last time I was there, and they still have the same problem. So this time what I did, I put it in defrost, and I just I went through about 6 defrosts in a 4-hour period. I would set my defrost timer for an hour, and then I would put it in defrost to make sure that the termination switch brought it out of defrost and it didn't time out, right?
Good idea. Yeah.
And what I did is I had a temperature probe in front of the evaporator behind the fans. I had a temperature probe behind the evaporator, and then I had my laser thermometer measuring the surface temperature of the defrost termination switch because it's mounted on the surface of a piece of sheet metal, sort of in front of the evaporator coil. You'll see in the video. It'll make more sense. But about 20, 25 minutes into defrost, the air temperature behind the evaporator coils and these evaporator heaters are mounted to the back surface of the evaporator coil. The air temperature got up to 113 degrees. and we're talking 20, 25 minutes in, the air temperature in front of the evaporator coil was about 60 degrees. But the surface temperature next to the defrost termination switch was still like 38, 40 degrees. It took another 10 minutes after that before that defrost termination switch kicked out.
Yeah.
And I did this, 5 or 6 times. And there's a few more details, but I'm not going to get into all the deets right now. But it was basically the same thing over and over again. And I went through this test with tech support to show them and show them again and again and again. And I went back to tech support and I'm like, in my opinion, it's just a crappy design of where the defrost termination switch is, because it's not actually sensing the evaporator temperature. I mean, because at that point I had defrosted it 5 times.
Yeah.
So I mean, the coil was clear, absolutely clear. But between every defrost, I would let it cool back down to like 5 degrees. It'd take maybe 10, 20 minutes, cool back down to 5 degrees. I'd do another defrost, right? And so at that last defrost, man, I just let it go and go and go, and it finally clicked off on defrost when the air temperature was 115 degrees behind it. But I don't know. I was trying to come up with ideas other than, in my opinion, it's just a bad design, a bad.
Sorry to cut you off, Bill. What unit is this? Who makes that?
Norlake.
Okay.
Yeah, so in my opinion, it's just a bad position of that defrost timer. But the tech support guy was getting kind of feisty with me. He's like, "Well, why do all 10,000 of our other units work fine and this one doesn't?" Mm-hmm. And like, I couldn't tell you, man. I cannot tell you because we already changed out the defrost termination switch, and he told me to change the defrost clock. I'm like, "Well, what's that going to do?" And he's like, "Well, another funny thing," and this is just going off on a rant because another funny thing is that the tech support guy told me to put in a 15-minute defrost cycle, right? Just change the defrost time to 15 minutes and then let it go and defrost. And I told him those fans are going to come on immediately when it times out, and they did. And he's like, "Well, yeah, your defrost clock's bad because there's a fan delay." I'm like, "No, there's no fan delay. It's just a DTV 140 Grassland defrost clock.
Gotcha.
There's no built-in fan delay."
By the way, yeah.
So in my opinion, I was just talking to a tech support guy that just didn't know what he was doing. But anyways, the thing I wanted to present to you guys, Joe, I think you probably worked on more walk-in freezers than Adam.
Coolers
too. Have you ever taken the temperature of the air behind an evaporator when it was in defrost? Anybody out there in the chat, you guys ever do that? Because I really have no base comparison of this temperature. I just did it.
Well, I couldn't tell you on coolers, right? Because it's not really a defrost time per se.
Oh, good point.
So a lot of luck there. But what was your reading again on the defrost temperature?
Oh, the air temperature behind the evaporator coil is like 115 degrees, but the surface temperature right next to where the defrost termination switch is mounted, because it's just mounted right on the surface. There's no probe or anything. It's just surface mounted to a piece of sheet metal. That was 38 degrees.
That's yeah.
So it's not sensing the temperature of the evaporator accurately.
No, I agree. I agree. It seems like a poorly mounted or area.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I needed, Joe. I just needed somebody to agree with what I was saying.
You got it.
I mean, I could agree with you. I have no clue what you're talking about, but I'll agree with
you. See, my 17-minute story wasn't a waste of time, guys. I just needed closure. I just needed somebody to agree with me. That's it.
Yeah. It's about enough overtime for this week, right, guys?
That's about it. Thanks for showing up, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
You know what? I can't wait to see the video. Honestly, I want to see what you're talking about in detail and see what's up. It's going to be interesting for sure.
You're waiting on bated breath, as they say.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want to talk about, Joe? You mentioned something about something and something.
Well, actually, let me bring it up. There was an individual who messaged me. Where is it? And I know we've been bringing it up, and you know what? Might as well bring it up today. We got a little time quickly. His name is Vic. I'm not going to say his last name if it is his real last name. I joined my school thinking only of residential, but I'm learning about commercial now, and I really want to do commercial. Is there any advice you can give about commercial? I graduate in 10 weeks. So I could put out in chat. I know he might be listening, might be tuning in.
That's Vic.
That's Vic. Vic S.
Vicks. Like Vicks Vapor Rub, huh?
Vicks, yeah, pretty much.
So what do you think, Bill? You got to do it like Jordan says, right? Just do it.
Just do it, man. So he's in like HVAC residential school right now, trying to get into.
So he didn't tell me much in detail.
He's
Let me
going to
see
the
here.
commercial stuff, huh?
Yeah. I'm joined school thinking of residential. So he's joined school, and and I know school nowadays, or it's been for a while, are you for the most popular thing, and that is residential and maybe light commercial. But hearing you for residential. So, like most of us, that's what he's, I guess, studying for, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's pros and cons in both, to be honest with you. There's love or hate for me on my side. I do both. I think you got different pressures. I think in residential and commercial, you might have pressures. There's just in stuff that residential make you just more of the pressure of getting a job done to make money, essentially, right?
Yeah.
There's just pros and cons. I don't know if you guys want to weigh in on a few points. I probably have a few more when I think about it.
Well, in my opinion, I mean, the pros for me are, hold on. Looks like we're lagging here on the actual real life YouTube stream.
Uh-oh.
You guys seen that too?
Are we?
Yeah, I just seen the spinning wheel of death.
Uh-oh. There we go. We're back.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So the commercial side of things for me is preferable because I am what you call an introvert.
Good call.
I used to be like a home appliance repair guy. So I would go into people's homes and I would talk to them and meet their kids and their dog and their whole family and walk on their stupid carpet. And it was awful. It was just awful. I dread having customers look over my shoulder again while I'm working. I'm just not cut out for that. That's just me.
Having their kids touching all your tools.
Stepping
in cat crap. Dog crap.
I remember the last time that happened, I kicked a little kid right into a fridge. I'm like, you touched my tools again, Johnny. Gotta put your hand in the garbage disposal.
Oh my God.
And then they didn't let me back in the house.
Yeah. And that goes with a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to work with people or see people, but some people love being personable and love talking to people, meeting friends. That's what I mean. It always comes back to, I think, preference. You know what I mean? Both avenues you can make tons of money.
Yeah.
Commercial, I would say you could disagree, but I think commercial. Well, I know commercial is more prevalent to be unionized.
Yeah. I've heard of union, but I don't know. Going back to like what I was talking about, of just being around people, nothing makes me happier than just being up on a roof all by myself for like a PM on 15 rooftop units or whatever, compressor change out on a remote condensing unit. I mean, it's great. The worst though, and this really depends on what sort of you're going to be working in, but in my case, we're sort of like an all-in-one shop where we do hot side, cold side, a little bit of electrical and plumbing. You really gotta think about if you want to get into hot side.
Are we?
I'm questioning if we're lagging. I feel like we're lagging a little bit.
We are lagging. What?
Bad. We're lagging bad for some reason.
Oh, we just
of death.
Yeah.
There we go. I guess we're back for a minute. Interesting.
Yeah. It's a learning curve, just trying to. I think even with commercial as well, just to do a few more points. I think on my end, I think commercial, there's a little bit more of not learning curve potential in both, but I think commercial you need more self-teaching or self-learning, or I don't know, maybe and maybe reading on your own units or whatnot, because you don't learn that in school. So if you have to learn commercial units or bigger, larger, you self teach. So I don't know.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at? Like it's the person individual, honestly.
To get into commercial, it was. I know now there's actual like training courses and classes and a handful of they're teaching towards commercial, but there's not like a commercial class you can go to for like 9-10 months, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, like you said, you have to kind of learn as you go, learn on your own, watch YouTube videos like HVACR videos or HVAC, or no, what's the other guy? Rookie Refrigeration. He's got a lot of good
rack systems. Yeah.
rack systems. Yeah. You watch some of my stuff if you want, if you're bored, if you're real bored.
Yeah.
You know, but YouTube's a great thing. But I would say if you are currently in a residential type of school and you're going through a residential type of program, I would just really focus on the fundamental, the laws, the what do they call it? The laws of refrigeration, whatever they're called. I can't think of the word right now. I'm having a brain fart.
I think we're
the laws of thermodynamics.
Yes, there you go.
Yes, the laws of thermodynamics. Focus on that, because if you can understand exactly how a refrigeration system works, how the refrigerant does what it does, how it goes through the metering device, you know, how all the components work together as one.
Mm-hmm.
If you can understand that completely, then going into commercial is going to be a little bit easier, because like a rooftop package unit, it's nothing more than for the most part, just an air handler, just on steroids. It's just bigger, has bigger parts. Still got a TXV, evaporator coil, filters, blower wheel, condensers. And it's still got all the same parts. It's just bigger and, in my opinion, a little bit easier to work on.
I agree 100%. And you, I'm pretty sure we all could agree that, like you said, there's pros and cons in both. So I think it's all it's all whatever. I guess we named a few points, and it's up to the individual what he wants to. I guess avenue he wants to go to. Are we still lagging there, or are we good now? Seems like we're.
I'm almost questioning if we should, try to start it up again. You know what I mean? What do you think?
I don't know.
Reboot it.
Test internet. I don't know what's going on here. I'm having a bad internet day.
Yeah, we're lagging a lot, and people are dropping.
Are you on the Wi-Fi?
Why should we just cut it off and try to start it back up again in like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the chat. I'll tell the chat as well. Maybe.
All right, tell them.
I will. I'm trying to pull it up again. Maybe you could do it, Bill, because we will be loading back. I'm even saying real time.
All right. Start this up again.